Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Alright, I want to talk about, yin and yang, a perfect circle, right? The yin and yang is about integrating your shadow. Why do we have people that are pedophiles, that molest children, okay, that are really sick and twisted? Why do we have like secret societies, Freemasons, Eastern Stars, and stuff like that? Why does that exist? And as well, what is the arranged marriage that uh, that the true God is speaking about? The arranged marriage is the being married within oneself. It's, you know, the reason that these people molest children, it's to split everyone from themselves. So they're missing a part of themselves, and these people that are wicked, because they're afraid of their own shadow, that's why they do it. So it's literally fixing the situation by integrating your shadow, learning what that is. Look up literally integrating your shadow, Carl Jung, that's Jung, to learn more about this. And the music's healing, so there's frequencies, there's meditations, healing your chakras. That's what they're doing. They're literally attacking chakras in order to split you from yourself. When I was a little kid, see, my not sister, and I say not sister because she's, I was told she was my sister, and she's not. She's actually my cousin. But she had reminded me, this is some time ago, that he called women splits. My uncle, who's not my dad, but I was told he was my dad. My whole life's like a big fat lie. So, I'm a Cabbage Patch Kid. I was sold as a baby. It's like the movie Taken, but a baby, okay, instead of, grown child. But it's not just women, it's, whoever they harm, okay? There's people that have been molested that don't harm other people. And then there's people that have been molested and they just continue on the hurt, okay? But when you're dealing with these wicked people, what changes everything is integrating that shadow, all right? So if you're a man, you integrate your shadow, which is probably the feminine that that's pretty much what it is, what they tore away, all right? Because they didn't want you to be connected to that. You know how they say, oh, men aren't supposed to cry, you're supposed to be tough, you're supposed to be super fucking masculine. Well, that's the biggest problem. You have these over-masculated men. And they also have men that they turn into like the feminine side. So, and for women, you've either been put in your masculine or all the way in the feminine. Sometimes you can go through both sides, and it's, the more you learn about this, you'll see it. You'll see, like, when you learn about the feminine energy and the feminine side, what that is, what it consists of, you'll see it. You'll see at what point in your life that you may have been on this side, another point in your life you've been on this side. But it does teach you something. But in order for these wicked people, okay, and I mean, there's light, there's dark, and there's just straight horrific wicked, okay? But in order for them to have to face themselves, you have got to integrate your shadow. Like, if you're on the ascension process, or even if you're not, you will find that trouble's brought right to your doorstep, or to you, not physically your doorstep, but it's brought right to you. They keep hurting you, attacking you, and doing all these things. They like to do it through other people. But use that instead of, how can I put it? Instead of taking it personally, use that as, okay, what am I being shown here? Right? It's learning, uses learning steps, and transmuting it is by seeing what you can learn from it. You know, pray and ask, what am I to learn from this? You know, pray and ask, you know, like to quantum leap, to quantum jump, to end cycles, and to move forward. You don't want to keep going through loops, because that's what they want to keep you in. Because while they're keeping you in it, they're stealing. They're stealing energy, life force, creativity that they don't have, so that they can make money with it. Okay? I mean, I've got copycats like everywhere, even, you know, celebrities. I mean, they don't just steal book ideas, movie ideas, but lyrics and words, everything. So what someone else is missing, when you have people that are autistic and they're nonverbal, well, somebody's stealing that from them somewhere. So you can help them with the frequencies. All right, the chakras, starting at the root, work your way up. I would suggest doing like a removal of negative energy first, and this is something you do every single day. Remove the negative energy, and have like the positive energy. So that, like, that may be several different, you know, videos that has those frequencies. And then you do the chakras. Now I have a chakra video that's all of them at once. But when you're starting this out, you may want to do just a single chakra at a time, or 3 of them at a time, because it may be painful. It may bring up things, and it may be like physically painful. So you just kind of see how someone feels, if they can handle it. You don't want to do it too loud. It's supposed to be kind of like a background noise, or, you know, depending on what you're able to handle, or the person that you're doing this for is able to handle. And then you get to the, like, integrating your shadow, okay? And you really, really, really want to research that. I've done a video about that somewhere. Oh, and something else. I had mentioned about what helps you with, what's the way to word this? To get away from the cancer issue. It's alkaline foods, alkaline drinks, and stuff like that. And you have people in the medical field that they're in their shadow selves, okay? That all they care about is greed, envy, money, you know. They have shame, guilt, all these things. So they only care about making money, and they don't care about people healing. But there are those that do care about that. But you really want to take a holistic approach. But alkalinity is very important. You know what else is alkaline? Cannabis, marijuana. And on that issue, what are you using it for? Are you using it to, like, not feel? Then it's going to have a negative impact. But if you're using it, like, for a medicine, or well, and as well to meditate, then it's going to have a positive impact. It depends on what you're using it for. If you're using it as a drug, then it's going to use you. You follow what I'm saying? And that goes with anything. If you're healing yourself, as in you're doing what you need to do to become more healed, to not be damaging your body, your temple that you live in, okay? That also helps the ascension process. I don't know why they don't have that movie Cocoon playing. I mean, there's a lot of movies that have ascension in it, but Cocoon's a good one. It really is. It's like the light body that is within. The kingdom of God is within. Well, if you're missing a part of yourself, that is the arranged marriage. You're marrying that missing part of yourself. If you're looking for something outside, before you get all that done, it can be a big disaster. If you don't integrate your shadow, you're going to end up, excuse me, vitamins, man. Supplements, vitamins, whatever. But if you're not integrating your shadow, you're dealing with your shadow and someone else is wearing it. You know, to me, that's like a skinwalker. I'm not sure if that's exactly the definition of that, but that's what that is to me. So you have to deal with it. The reason why you're seeing it somewhere else is because these people were the ones that had a part in taking it from you. But they're, wicked. Okay, like Peter Pan in the very beginning, he's sewing a shadow on him. It's not his shadow. So, very interesting. You'll see things as you ascend in these movies and music and lyrics and be, just kind of shocked and surprised. But that's what this is about. The actual arranged marriage is you marrying the part that they tore away from you. It's the reason that these people do what they do. The secret societies. Because they are so terrified of their own shadow. They don't realize that what they're doing to other people was done to them. If everyone would just heal this, it'd change the whole world. Just with that. And then the whole world would be abundant, and they'd just be throwing, silver and gold everywhere because they have everything they need. You see? And the wealth of the wicked to the righteous is that shadow integration. So that's the quicker way to get there, right? The fire of the Holy Spirit. It's so you learn, and so you never turn back to the way it was before. You're going up in steps, right? And the praying for a quantum leap and end of cycles is so you don't keep going through the same thing over and over again because you're not seeing it. And the reason you don't see it is because these wicked people are about keeping you in these cycles. Because that's like their life bread, because they can't see anything else. And you can't make someone save themselves. You have to save yourself first, integrate your shadow, the actual arranged marriage, yin and yang. What is a perfect circle? Pi. 3.14. Well, in gematria, you add the numbers across. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, which is the infinity symbol, right? What is a 0? A 0 can be twisted into the infinity symbol, an 8, right? So, you have to look at it that way. And a perfect circle is the yin and yang. It's the light and the dark side. And then there's these wicked. Their karma is literally you integrating your shadow. See, the missing part of you. And that's what solves what's been missing, what you're looking for, that, they want you to think is outside of yourself. But it's not, it's within. So you integrate it so that you're able to look at everything with all parts of your brain, with all parts of you, with your chakras healed. And it literally changes everything, But this is about healing so that we don't have to stay stuck in these cycles anymore. It's done and over with, And a big help is it's called Gematrix, Gematrix.org. It's a word calculator. You can put anything in there, Bible verses, whatever, and type it in there and see what you get, because it's a word calculator. It has a number value, and God is a God of numbers, right? So you can really see a lot there, and your spirit guides, will show up there. But the biggest thing you can do is that shadow integration, and the gematria and like tarot cards, it helps. But when it comes to tarot cards, you're not to spy on someone else. There's something that you can be told about what these others are doing because it pertains to you, and your spirit guides want you to know that. And then there's like collective readings that people do for everyone. And then there's just you and the tarot cards, oracle cards, whatever, all of it combined, that it's like you're a psychologist, or psychiatrist, whatever. But it's your therapist is my point. But it's to help you to integrate your shadow and see where you need, to fix it, or what may be coming, like someone coming to to hurt you or harm you or something, to, set you up, set up a trap. That's, the purpose of them. You can help yourself without having to pay money out everywhere, because that's the matrix. You see, is you're spending all your energy doing what they're telling you what to do, the government. Are you sovereign? You're sovereign with the true God. But with the fake one, you're stuck in a matrix of bullshit. So it's time to get out of that. They don't have the right to tell you what to do with this, what to do with that, because they're in their damn shadows. They're in their damn shadow side. They haven't integrated it. They play both sides, literally, in every which way, not just Democrat and Republican, but in the, the negative side and the positive side. If they haven't integrated their shadows, what fucking wisdom have they got? It's bullshit. It's a bullshit matrix system. And we can do things to where we're not paying taxes. There's bartering. They say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can't have this business unless you have this license, and you can't do this because, da-da-da-da-da. That's bullshit. Yeah, all of it's bullshit. We can just deal with each other and give the fucking middle finger to the government, because they don't have a right to tell us what to do with our lives. But you need to integrate your shadow. That is the freedom. Sin keeps you locked down, okay, in a cage. So repent means to turn away from the sin. So if you speak it out, that's showing the intention and the universe and your ancestors what it is you want. Okay? That helps to change everything. But you have to have that intention, the mantra. So you would say that you want to integrate your shadow, right? You want to turn from sin, integrate your shadow, and heal, right? And so you'll start going through those steps. But instead of looking at something coming against you all the time, look at it, because, trust me, I've had my problems. I've had to learn all this stuff, okay? But you have to look at it, okay, what is it that I'm not seeing yet? It doesn't mean what they hurt you with is where you're looking at it. It's what is it I'm not seeing on the journey that I'm going on, okay? So it makes a big difference, and it's life-changing, and it's world-changing. It changes your world, okay? And it makes other people need to, around you to need to change their world. It makes all the difference. But that's just the truth of it. Sin is what is a restrictor, okay? And these people that run their little matrix need to keep you in sin so they can keep you trapped, so that they have control. So they keep stealing, because they're on their shadow sides, and they're looking to snag shadows anywhere they can, because they're in the darkness. They don't see. Okay? All right, y'all. Well, this should be a big help to everyone. I went through a lot to get to this. I had to learn a lot to get to this. It's been, you can go through lifetimes trying to learn this, being trapped in their bullshit, not able to see it. And when you get there, you change everything for your whole family. That's why your ancestors are there to help you. Okay? But the visible world is ruled by the invisible. So it's either ruled by emotions, or you're turning to God, the ancestors, the divine, to change it and make it better for you and your family. Not just, it's not just this select few, these elite that get to run everything, right? But it's life-changing. I don't know how else to explain it to you, but it's what they took away from you. It's why they do sick things and molest and, do their humiliation rituals and all this bullshit, right? It's about keeping you in shame and guilt, so you can never get to where they feel like they can't get to. But you can. You can't. Just don't ever, ever give up, okay? And the divine and your ancestors will put things in front of you to help you to see where you need to go. Okay? All right, guys. I love you. Take care.